Hey, Gregor, what are you reading there?
Just kind of thumbing through our book here, Rob, The Art of Beasting.
Oh, yeah. It's got the checklist in it?
Yeah, I'm going through the checklist here. People at home, when you buy this book, it's basically just a pocket guide to glory. And the reason that we call it that is it's a way to find the zone, not just in lacrosse, but in life. Just some tidbits that work for us and that work for elite athletes and people. So basically, what we have here is a checklist on the back of the book. And, I'll just go down it real quick and you can take a look at this. So, we start with passion, having the ability to that intrinsic value in which you really want to create something, you want to be great at something. That can't be taught. But if you're buying this book, we're assuming you start with it. Then you're going to go to hard work. I mean, that's something that has to be learned over time, where you're going to give everything you have to something. So if you're a driven athlete, this is going to become second nature to you. Then you can also build on that. So once you start working hard, you start to see good things happening, that breeds confidence. So that's the next thing on the checklist is confidence. Having the ability to go out there and be confident in who you are and what you're doing. Next would be gratitude. So for instance, you are grateful for the advantages that you get. You're grateful for the opportunities that you get. Not believing that you should be at the top of the heap just because you were born. You have to earn it. You have to work your way up there. Next would be team first. Now, any great athlete, any great person in general always looks to the people around them. Not just accepting their help, but also being grateful for the help that they get. And that's what being a teammate is all about. The next is release. It's when you work and you work hard, you train, you get all that stuff going. Then it's time to just go out and play. And that means if you hit the field, you stop thinking. You let the training take over, you go out there and do your thing. Same thing in life. You prepare for your job, you prepare for schoolwork ahead of time, so that when it's time to do it, you can just do it. Then we go to focus. You have that singular focus. What is my goal specifically that day? What is my goal specifically when I'm on the field? Like for me, for instance, my goal is to win every face-off. So I focus on one face-off at a time rather than thinking about too big of a picture, because then if you're trying to think about everything, you're not going to be great at one thing. We then go to our volcanic effort, right? So you take all of those things and now you lead to your next thing on the checklist, that ability to just stop and go. And when you go 100%. So everything that you're doing, it's a volcanic effort. It's everything you've got in that moment. We would then move on to the glory. So what you do is you take all of the stuff that you've worked hard for, and then you accept the fact that you have that positive outcome. So unless you are able to sit back and be happy about what you're doing, there's no point in doing it in the first place. So that glory, you let that kind of fill you, and that'll motivate you to continue to build and get better every single time. And the last thing on our checklist is the praise. Accept it. Some people, when you tell them, great job, they don't want to hear it because they're not happy about it. It's great to accept praise. It's great to be happy about it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're satisfied, but it means that you're happy and you accept that praise, because that's that positive feedback that we get, where we get that good praise and then we want to get more of it. So there's your checklist, and you can find all of that in The Art of Beasting, our little pocket guide to glory.
That's amazing. You just did that right off the cuff?
Yeah,
Amazing.
and I just talked, and you just let me talk. What a great friend.
I'm going to listen to this again and read the book again tonight.
Nice!
Nailed it. That was amazing.